Good evening, everybody, once more. Welcome back to the Everfrost campaign. This is episode 2 of the campaign. Everybody say hello.
Hello.
Welcome back. A very fun last session.
Yes.
Hopefully the upload went swell. It uploaded surely at 6 p.m. on June 13th onto Spotify and YouTube at the Just RollPlay channel on YouTube and Just RollPlay the podcast on Spotify. Without further ado, nothing else to say. We'll go ahead and go around the table one more time and introduce ourselves. We'll do this for the first couple sessions or so that people just get familiar with your voices and your characters. So we'll start with you on my left, Grayson, and we'll go around.
Yeah, I'm Grayson, and I'm playing Rowan.
I'm Nate, and I'm playing Piname.
I'm Joe, I'm playing Emmerich.
I'm Ethan Gunselman, and I'm playing Calderon Vale, a human cleric.
I'm Nick, and I'm playing Yuki.
And then I am Gabriel, and I will be you guys' dungeon master for this campaign.
Ooh.
I like how formal you got with your stuff, Ethan. You got first and last names for you and your D&D character. Okay. But after that, without further ado, let's go ahead and get back to the Everfrost campaign. And so, we begin with a small recap of what happened last session. So, in the town of WHITEWAKE, a band of people that are much unlike each other ended up on the same train. Yuki, Gorag, Calderon, as well as Rowan. All ended up on the same train, leaving WHITEWAKE. And as they did, a great something messed with the train, shook it off of its rails entirely, threw it off into the air, and collapsed it deep into an underground cavern. There, underneath the world, Emmerich was not on the train actually. Emmerich was under the ground, and Rowan was there as well. They were having their own scuffle, where they fought a small worm creature called a grit. But no matter its size, it still had a fierce bite, and Emmerich learned that pretty quickly during the battle. After a swift, after a rather hardy battle with the grit, our adventurers were able to slay it, and right after they did, a much larger one shot through the wall next to them, expanding throughout the cave, engulfing it entirely, and shooting its way through the other side. After that, they then felt a rupturous kind of shift in the ground as the train fell through the cavern ceiling, landed onto the ground, and that's when they all met up. After that, the adventurers then moved on throughout the underground cavern, discussing with each other what happened, kind of getting to know each other a little bit more, finding themselves in a very unlikely situation. They continued through what is known as the Frost Spine Tunnels. And as they made their way through there, they found the nest of an owlbear. An owlbear mother who was defending her eggs. They discovered that some thieves were trying to take it, which made the owlbear act in aggression. After swiftly striking it, the owlbear seems to recline backwards and more protect its eggs more than anything. The two parties made peace with each other, and they began to loot the caravan that was behind it. On it, they found a very important note, rather discreet one as well, marking Yuki as valuable cargo. And that's where we'll begin today's session. And so, this is just after you guys have looted the caravan. You found the supplies from the Green Warden Assembly. You found a small temperature scaling watch, Emmerich, and then you found a note as well, Yuki. So, all of you guys kind of beaten from the previous day, a little bit winded, tired, and exhausted. Finally have a moment's of rest after this. So, the cavern is yours.
I'm gonna walk over to Yuki and just kind of put my hand on his shoulder and say, "You know, kid, you kind of surprised me back there. I didn't think you had it in you, but that fire was pretty powerful. I've only been able to really kind of figure out how to do this and kind of just pop up produce flame in my hand and just throw it. I'm kind of stumped there. I'm still kind of learning myself, but you kind of surprised me."
Okay, I'm gonna get the note that I have and just kind of slide it in my pocket casually and turn to him. Thank you, mister. I haven't started doing that till recently, and to be honest, I don't even know how I do it. I think the more passion you give it, the more the flames show up. So that's why I just kind of dance around and the flames seem to happen.
You're telling me you can shoot fire out of your sigil or your hands just willy-nilly? Just out of passion? Man, that's mighty powerful.
I think so. I mean, I've only used it maybe but 3 times, but each of those 3 times has been the similar situation. I'm just kind of screaming and yelling, and here they show up.
Wow. Well, maybe I can learn a thing or two from you. But as for the rest of this trip, we don't know. We don't really know what's gonna happen. So just try and stay behind us and keep your eye out.
Yes, sir.
We'll get you through this, I think.
Yes, sir.
As for the rest of us, I think it's about time we make way to WHITEWAKE.
I agree.
All right, gather what you need, and we'll head out about 5. He'll kind of just gaze over the battlefield and kind of just look behind him and see what he's done, see the progress he's made so far, and kind of just put his backpack on. Just kind of begin to lead the pack as everyone gets ready.
Okay.
Look, fellas, my memory's a bit hazy. You may have been able to notice. What is it? I mean, where are we even headed? What's this place like?
Well, I don't know a lot about WHITEWAKE, but I've been there just every now and then on excursions, just to and fro, usually just cargo, sometimes people. We kind of just trade back and forth a whole lot. It's about all I know.
That's where I woke up after being hospitalized. Curious if people there will know me. I'm excited to see.
Okay. So for the next 5 minutes, you guys have a little bit of time to do whatever you may wish. Is there anything you guys like to do before you continue on?
Can I investigate my paper?
Yeah. So you want to go ahead and just like bring it out and read it, or what?
Yeah, just kind of walk to the side.
Okay.
Pull it out.
And so you kind of make your way back over to where the right around the corner where you struck the owlbear with your sparks of flame, and you look down towards this paper and begin inspecting it, and as you do, kind of skim through it a little bit, marking you as a valuable cargo. And you kind of just cover over the page once or twice. It's yet again, it's a little bit hard to read for the most part. You don't have the greatest experience with the most experience with literature in that sense, and so you skim through it. But it's made by the syndicate, and there's a list of names with you. But out of all of them, yours is the one that's marked as priority.
Can I look around the cargo for like little gears and whatnot, bits and bobs? Just a little more.
Just like in just
Stuff
investigate for some useful things you can use in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a investigation.
My plus or minus? Let's find out. 12.
12? Okay, I say you're able to scrounge up some little wooden connector points off of the wagon, just off the wheel part. I'd say you got like 3 kind of wooden joints that latch together. The front right wheel was severely splintered from a rather large claw mark on it. Would you able to find that? Yeah. Anything else?
Can I walk up to Calderon and just, hey, mister, do you work for the trading company?
Trading company? Guys, what are the trading companies?
The syndicate.
Syndicate? Kid, it's complicated. Pre-injury, probably a lot. Post-injury, man, they've been hesitant with me. I do contract work for them. I don't work for anyone, really, but people hire me out for railway investigations, for better or for worse. Some of them try to get a certain response from me. It's just, it really depends. But yeah, I've interacted with them. Why?
Do you know what they do with the cargo?
Depends. What kind of cargo are you talking? Are we talking just food? Are we talking narcotics? Are we talking people?
Well, all of it, really.
All of it? Well, from what I remember, and I've only been on the train side of this, they take care to keep things very private. Even stuff like food. They wouldn't tell me what kind of food it was. Just, honestly, I'm surprised they would even tell me if it's food. That's all I know. Sorry. I'm kind of readjusting to my job again after my injury.
It's okay.
What happened to you?
Oh.
If you don't mind me asking.
No, it's all right. You see me sort of struggle to remember. I take out a paper that looks very medical-like, and I almost read it off like a script. Head trauma, it looks like. Workplace accident. That's all it says here. But when I woke up, I lost almost all my memory, apart from speaking, motor skills. Honestly, the only thing that remained with me was my ability to do my job.
So, your family?
If I have a family, I have no idea who they are.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's alright, but you guys should keep that in mind when we're exploring. People might say things about me that are true, for better or for worse. Just know that that's different from the me right now. Kind of readjusting, I guess.
I mean, is it true? Oh. It is a completely different person to a certain point.
I mean,
it is the body, but it is not the mind and soul at this point.
some would argue it's the soul. He's just kind of got a new start. Maybe if he regretted what he did, or if he would be the same guy. We don't know. I don't know who he is. I don't know who he was. But based on the decisions that he'll make, I think I'll be able to make a pretty good observation of it. And by that, if I can trust him or not. So,
We all met today.
Well, look, your motivations, as of right now, align with mine.
getting out of here.
Get out of here and find out who I am. Or, if that person stinks, maybe start over.
Yeah.
Do you even know how old you are, mister?
Medical reports said mid to late 30s. I don't think they even had my age on record.
You look 50.
Alright, man. Well, look, I'm sure the scarring doesn't help, but I'm trying my best. Look, aren't you like 12?
15, actually. Get it right.
Sorry. You seem a bit malnourished. You get enough food at home, kid?
Home? What's that? I'm just kidding. No, I'll eat like twice a week.
Wow. So there's another thing I haven't lost. It's my sense of humor. That was pretty funny.
Ha. Ha.
Okay.
And I'm gonna walk off.
Okay. So you see Yuki's small figure in white hair kind of step away. You guys all gather your stuff and kind of brush yourself off, and you begin traveling onwards back through the Frostbind tunnels. And so you travel for roughly, I'd say, 15 minutes or so. On the way to this small encampment. Rowan, you know that the encampment you have to reach before you actually get to WHITEWAKE is called Way Station 5. So there's 8 different way stations that are kind of around WHITEWAKE that kind of link into the mountains that provide passageway from the mountains to the actual town without people having to use their own form of like caravan or stuff like that. So Way Station 5 is where you guys are heading. And about 15 minutes into your walk, you start to see small flags in the ground that stick up. And Calderon, you would know these as actually go ahead and roll a wisdom check real quick. 5.
Oh yeah, that one's cursed. The first person to roll that one is Danny.
You spot these small flags in the ground, and they strike a memory. But as you kind of recall what it might be, it all goes foggy, and you're unable to recall what these are necessarily used for.
Oh, those are the I don't know. What are those guys?
Can I roll?
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll. We can roll intelligence.
Dirty 20.
20. You know, using your past, that these are rail maintenance markers. So these are markers that are where like the railways would be, like where they're cut off, or where like a point would be needed to be like fixed. And this one in particular is just straight up just like it cuts off entirely. And so the railway continues and then it's just stopped. You travel on for a little bit longer. As you do, you begin to follow along the small wooden and metallic railway, and you see old lanterns kind of swinging and hanging from the sides of the caverns, unlit. Past that, there's a small rail cart that's a little bit off of its hinges, kind of tossed over to the side as rear wheels are entirely off the actual track. The front right one is kind of slanted and angled. The front left was also slanted, both resting on the actual railway.
Can I take a quick inspect?
Yeah, you're on investigation.
6.
From what you can tell,
Starting strong.
it looks like this is mostly from just a lack of care. You can see dust on. You see that the lanterns are unlit and the actual rail carts have dust on them. So from what you can tell, it's just a lack of care.
Are they just like empty? Like people would like ride in them?
Yeah,
kind of?
yeah.
Okay. Not
Riding them where they would be
transporting
pushed,
Yeah.
etc. Yeah.
Does it look like any sign of like a mining like operation, like to dig out the tunnels, or like
To like
just like like with the railing and the carts and the lanterns and all that? Is it, or would it have been like built years ago by any looks of it, or if there's
from what you can kind of gather,
or would I even just know how long these tunnels have existed?
if you want to know the age of the tunnel and how long it'd be, roll probably insight.
An 8.
8? Pretty old. The tunnels are pretty old. What
Strong.
you can kind of gather, though, from seeing these things is that it could have been used at one point for mining, could have been used for transportation, but this point is no longer used. So from just this point, you can't necessarily tell. Okay, so we continue onwards.
As we continue, I'd like to take out my fiddle and just start tuning it in the back of the group.
Okay.
Go on, sing.
Okay, and so as you continue traveling for a little bit longer, maybe 5 to 10 minutes pass or so from now. The same familiar sight of lanterns, old lanterns, unlit, just splatter on the walls periodically as you continue along this old and wooden railway. The cavern kind of fluctuates in its size. Some of it is a little cramped, some of it is a bit wider and more room to walk through. Your footsteps echo through this cold and long chamber. When finally, those with dark vision, actually might be harder to see this, those without dark vision see a small glint of light, maybe 150 feet away or so, at the end, supposedly the end of this tunnel.
We see that.
We do. Looks like the light.
What do we think that is?
According to my insights, I believe we're nearing encampment number 5. It's just one of the 8 encampments outside of WHITEWAKE, and kind of just areas for civilians to just be able to get around. Nothing too fancy, but probably be our first stop before we actually make it to WHITEWAKE.
Good to know.
And then we'll go ahead and say for simplicity's sake that Gorag was carrying the supply box that you found, Kiname. He's just been holding it. Keller is actually still like fading in and out of consciousness on his shoulders still. He hit the rail car pretty hard on the way down. So you guys want to keep moving?
Yep.
Yes.
And 6 of you all approach this light. And as you kind of make your way up, the cold stone turns into crunchy snow underneath. You look forward, you see that the light is actually broken up by various things. And upon closer inspection, the exit of the cavern is barricaded with wooden boards plastered all along the exit of the cave. And a distant howl of the wind kind of makes the cave echo as it flows through this long cavern. So.
Can I roll investigation, see if there's any other exit nearby, or maybe a sign of a way people went?
Yeah, you can roll investigation for that.
17.
17. You walk towards the wooden board and you kind of peer out and you see on the snow out the outside there is footprints that cut backwards, up, and left. The actual exit to this tunnel, you can't see very far past it. You see maybe 15 feet forward before a wall of snow hits you and kind of covers whatever may be in front of you, and the footpath branches out and then left as it continues upwards. And they're pretty fresh.
I'll turn around to the group and say, there's some footprints up this way, just past the wall.
Lead the way, music man.
Alright, I'll grab my crowbar and try and break through the... It's just boarded up.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll try and break through.
Okay. I'll let you choose between dexterity or strength.
Dexterity. 19.
19. Okay. You grab your crowbar and you kind of make your way over to where the wood is kind of like, it's almost like lodged into place. It's not a really good place to nail it into the actual stone cavern, and so instead, there's small struts in the corners that have a wood kind of branching off of each other that rather lodges it in place than nails it. And you're able to find that kind of weak point and pry off a small piece of wood, and as you do, the small piece of wood pops off and the big plank falls in front of you. You're able to do that a few more times to where the rest of you are able to fit through it.
I'll step to the side and gesture with my arm to have them lead the way.
Okay. So with that, all of you walk out of the Frostpine tunnels. A sharp and chilled breeze hits each of you. The dry wind and snow begin to coat all of your arm, your clothing that you're wearing. Your teeth begin to chatter. You guys kind of walk and you start following footprints upwards. It's the only way out of this place. Sweet. So you slowly march up and forward. And as you do, you kind of come to a crest on the horizon. For what you can see, there's snow for maybe a mile or so. And it's in a rather deep ravine, as around you guys there's large mountainous walls that extend up high above you. Steepness so high that you would be able to climb it. And forward, you can see, surrounded by these large sheets of metal and bound together by wood and other smaller sheets, Way Station 5. And so, you look down and you see small smokestacks rising. The encampment could house more than 500 people down there. It's not the biggest encampment ever. You do see some lights coming in and out. And in the distance you see a rather well put together building with a decent roof on top. It looks like it's been made more well than the other buildings in the area, with the railway extending out and climbing up and through the mountain pass just past the town. So you trek downwards.
How's the visibility? Like, is it like windy snow and like hard to see, or is it pretty clear?
Here it's pretty clear because the mountains around you help a lot with it. It's very windy still, but as far as loose snow that's kind of blowing around, it's pretty lackluster.
Cool. Well, there she is. I'll let someone take the reins. I'll fall far behind.
Who should be the one to do that? Okay, I'll do it.
That's what I say.
You all begin to trek down and make your own footpath to Way Station 5. You approach closer, and as you guys all do, the busyness of this small town kind of clamors in around you guys. As you approach closer, further down the hill, you can see that the houses or the buildings are actually made up of thrown together rail carts and like different sections and pieces of trains, and they kind of stack top of one another. You see people walking in and out of them hurriedly one to another. People scattered throughout the streets wearing thick and large brown coats. Some of them are bearing animal fur, and you begin to approach what you can only assume is a way in. There's not necessarily a front gate or anything like that in this place. So you find the nearest clearance in the sheet metal around it. You all begin to step through to Way Station 5.
I'm gonna get my blanket and just kind of put it over me and just
Okay.
kind of covering my whole body almost.
Yeah, just trying to be
keep myself warm.
Okay, you're trying to be discreet as you walk around?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the same.
You guys kind of walk around this rather large way station. It's compared to anybody who's already been to a way station who's traveled a lot, this way station is a bit bigger than the other ones, as it is the main way of getting from the Frostbind tunnels, a rather large underground cavern, to WHITEWAKE itself. And so many people come through here looking for temporary refuge, and more importantly, looking for, I guess, let's see, Emmerich would know. Calderon, you can make a wisdom check really quickly. And then Rowan would know as well.
Modified 20.
Okay. 3 of you would know, more than the others, that the key here to getting into WHITEWAKE is getting some form of pass. And so you can kind of gather that the rail station office, that's pretty similar in most all way stations, is the place to go to get your pass out of this place. And so, what would you like to do?
Well, we'll need a pass to get here.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, I'm the pass maker. Sort of. It'll be a little more complicated than that, but I believe I can make a convincing argument that we can get entry. I mean, our circumstances are a bit extreme, don't you think?
Aye.
It's not like we were dropped off and then went willy-nilly.
Well, some of us.
Give or take. Look, we go in, I'll do most of the talking. If you want to, like, make a sob story or something, you can do that too. Look, I won't bat an eye if you make up a dead relative.
I do need to get to my job, which is in the location we're going. So I think I'm covered, but who knows?
Good, good. Make sure you mention that. All right, let's go to this. Let's go to the pass people, I guess.
Do you know where we can find it in town? From the camp?
Let me
I mean,
think.
it doesn't look too difficult to find, but do you know where we're going?
Do I know where I'm going?
Does it stick out?
Roll
Where
wisdom.
I'm going.
You can roll wisdom. You guys can kind of tell that more than likely the building that's attached to the actual rail station is going to be more than likely the place to go. Yeah.
Kind of like a ticket booth.
Oh, you know, the building.
Would you roll? 5. You kind of sit there and you see you see Calderon's eyes kind of unfocused, kind of staring off and looking at each of the buildings. Not looking at the buildings, but it's almost like he's looking through them, like not inherently at a single one.
Building.
Purdy Mountains.
Train track.
How about we try the building on the rails?
It looks
I
about
reckon we'll find just what we're looking for.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Go get him, Inspector. I'll go off and see what kind of supplies we can get to make this journey. Anyone want to join me?
I will.
I'll go with the dazed inspector. He
Sounds
doesn't
good.
seem right of mind.
All right. Yuki, where are you headed?
I'll go with you, Rowan.
Cool. I'll just make my way and kind of just either ask around or kind of just look for anywhere where we maybe get a little bit of supplies, maybe coals or anything like that, to wood to start fires or
You
food,
and
things like that.
Yuki are both going on.
And
Keenan, maybe you're going as well.
music,
Okay.
man.
And then the two of you are going to the rail station.
Yep.
Okay. So we'll go and start with Rowan and his group. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Give me some guidance. I rolled higher on the 4 than the 20. Natural
Modified.
1.
Natural 1.
Yeah.
Okay. You look. You guys all kind of
Purdy Mountains.
look around at the same time, and as you do, a rather sharp gust of wind cuts into your eyes, and some snow kind of kicks up into it.
Yeah, blame it.
You can't see really where you're going at this point. And then Yuki, kind of the same thing happens to you as well.
I got a 13.
13. Okay, you are actually
No way.
able to kind of inspect around the area. And you can see this decently lit train cabin. It has hanging lights in the front, and there's a man speaking to a couple people beneath him. There's a rather large line, maybe 10 or 11 people. Each of them bundled up separately. There's a rather large individual near the front. He's maybe 7 feet tall. He has a large black like coat over him, and you can see he has like on his hip there's a small like white clawed paw. It's the size of roughly like let's say it's like a foot or so. And so you make your way over to what you can only assume is some form of shop.
Right.
So you sit there and you begin waiting in line. So you guys presumably as you wait in line, we'll go ahead and cut over to the rail station group. And so Emmerich as well as Calderon, you begin to make your way over to the rail station office. So as you begin to tidy yourself up, Calderon, become a little bit more presentable, and Emmerich, you kind of just walk with them on the way there.
This is my first time talking to my coworkers since the incident.
This is gonna be all you. I'm not a very big person with the people.
Just act along.
I'll try.
Okay. The two of you approach and get closer to the rail station office. The cold snow kind of piling up and being, there's different heights, different areas. Some of it you kick with your foot, the other one you step down onto it. When both of you are stopped by this individual, it's a small, red-skinned, kind of cloaked person. He looks up at you, and as you do, you see he has a rather like long pointed chin pointing forward. He has a like a small but sharp nose with a rather large golden piercing through his right nostril. And he glances up and he looks up at you. You can see his eyebrows kind of dart out and down. He has a very small, like short mustache on him as well. And he looks up at each of you guys and he goes, "You guys newcomers by chance?" He kind of raises one of his eyebrows up at you.
Yes, and we're very busy.
"Oh, not busy enough for this. You must come with me." And he reaches out toward both of you guys' hands.
Okay.
I don't. No. I'm very busy. No time.
He looks up at each of you guys, and both of you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh no.
What'd you guys roll?
7.
12.
You guys are both suddenly swayed to walk with him. The idea doesn't sound too bad now, whatever this guy is saying. He grabs onto both of you guys' arms, and he begins walking with each of you. He's a little bit shorter than Emmerich, just a tiny bit shorter than him. And he kind of crouches down a little bit and he begins walking with you guys. And as he does, you guys make your way over to this, it's like a 4 surrounding cargo trains, or like segments of them. And they're all kind of bunched around together. It's pretty hard to see into it. And you step through, he walks up and he bangs on the actual train cart. And as he bangs onto it, the person on the other side says, "Basswood." And this man who seemed to have persuaded you to walk with him says, "I've brought guests." And the wooden panel slowly lowers down, clatters into the snow. He leads you guys through. You guys are now at the front of the line to the shop. So, the man behind the counter, he stands up. He's pretty thin and rather tall. He has pale, gaunt features, sunken in cheeks, and sunken in like facial features, and his hands are quite brittle and bony. He has open gloves, and you can see behind him he has a small kind of furnace in the corner as well. He's wearing this patched kind of coat with various patches around the area. It's a rather large one around his left arm, kind of coming down. And he looks down at each of you. You see his right eye is a little bit clouded. His left eye has this like very sharp blue, and the right eye is a little bit more white than the other one. He looks down at each of you. He kind of inspects you individually. And he goes, "Oh, welcome. What would you like to purchase today?" His hands kind of rustle forward.
We're on our way to WHITEWAKE, and we're pretty empty-handed as far as it goes. Some of us ended up in a recent train crash down in the Frostpine tunnels, and we just need some supplies to get ourselves to WHITEWAKE.
That's mighty terrible.
Mm.
Well, this supplies will definitely aid you on your journey. So he kind of steps back and he points his like arms out, and you can see to each of them. Now, on the right side, there's a rather large section that has like general survival and rather like travel items. So you can see this large white cloak that's kind of strung up into the wall. Next to it is kind of rudimentary rounded snow goggles that kind of they look like two large circles that kind of pierce around your eyes. The next one is this small like metallic kind of wrap of sorts that kind of folds in itself like a blanket. There's some rope behind them, and then on the other side there's various foods over there, and then directly behind them there's some like more utility stuff. So there's some lanterns, empty lanterns. There's small like pickaxe as well, and then he has like a couple. It looks like some liters of lantern oil. Take your time.
Is that everything in the shop, or is there?
It's everything
other-
you can see.
We'll definitely need a little bit of rations. How long would the journey be from here to WHITEWAKE?
By
Would
train,
Rowan know?
an hour.
Okay.
Not by train, probably 6 hours.
Okay. We'll just get food. We'll just get a meal for everyone. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Little boy needs to eat. Yeah, we'll just get. Can I just get about like 8 rations,
Okay.
please?
He kind
If
of
you guys need anything else, feel free. But I'm pretty fit for adventure. Aside from
he
the necessities.
begins rummaging in the corner. He says, "Any allergies that I'm not aware of?"
Yuki, any food ever make you feel puffy, or like you can't breathe?
No, I love anything.
We'll be all right.
So he brings out 2 different things. So one, it looks like he kind of handpicked this stuff together. The other one, he grabbed it straight off the shelf and brings it over to you guys. Well, one of these, this one, and he kind of slides it forward, is just a small ration pack that's distributed by various members of the railway. And then the other one is handpicked and scavenged around the area. We have, and he kind of opens up this little metal container, and he picks up this piece of bread. Says, "We have some travel bread. It preserves very well out here in the snow." His hands kind of rummage back and forth. His eyes dart behind you guys. And he picks it up, and underneath it, there's some small, like, sliced, it looks like mushrooms of sorts. And he goes, "This is tunnel mushrooms. They only grow down there, and they're
Yeah, I saw a few of those.
quite nutritious for you,
Yeah.
if cooked right." And then he kind of slides them over, and there's long pieces of like white meat. He kind of picks them up. It's a little bit tough, but he looks down towards you guys and he goes, "This is just salted snow rabbit."
We'll do 2 of the fresher ones, and I'll just take 6 of the kind of pre-made kits if you're offering. If that's what you mean.
So for 2 of these, and he points towards the one that he kind of handpicked. I'll run you, say, 5 silver.
Alright.
And then for this, and he slides it over towards you. It's the other one. He says, how about a silver and 5 copper pieces?
Alrighty. And I'll just give him a gold piece and just kind of wait for my change.
Okay.
That should be.
So
As that's ending, I'm gonna ask
I'll take
how much for 25
3
feet of
silver
rope.
back.
yeah, so he kind of slides the change back to you. I'm gonna rely on you to be able to
I
do that real quick.
I got 3 silver.
25 feet of rope. Well, we sell them by the 30, and so
Okay.
for 30 feet it's 2 silver.
I'll take 30 feet of rope then.
He walks over and he grabs it, and as he does, he walks over to you guys, and he kind of reaches out for a second before he fully hands it to you. He looks up and over you guys, and his eyes kind of dart to the left, and kind of tracks something behind you, and he slides it towards you guys.
Thank you, sir. You gotta remove a gold.
Okay, it doesn't
Give
matter
yourself
how we do
7
that.
silver. Yeah.
Is it 7 silver per gold?
Well,
Or-
no,
oh,
it's 10, but you added a gold. You gotta take away now 2 gold.
Thank you.
That's hard.
His hands stop rubbing together. He goes, "Is that all I can do for you?" And he keeps on eyeing something behind you guys.
Little one, how cold are you?
Oh, I'm fine. This blanket should keep me warm for the next couple hours.
Alright.
Do I notice him looking behind
Go to roll insight.
inside?
Oh my goodness.
23.
23?
Yep.
Yeah, you can tell. Yeah,
Okay.
you can see his eyes dart up and to the right of you guys. So it would be more towards where the other group went, towards the railway station, and kind of inspect it. And you turn around and you begin looking into the distance, and you see a group of 3 individuals walking throughout the street. One of them is that same tall figure who has the long white coat over him, and he has 2 next to him that are rather large in stature, but not compared to him. They're probably 6'6". One of them, the other one's maybe 6'3" or so. Each, you can see pieces of their weaponry that they're having, whether it be a small handle on their hip or maybe the end of a like scabbard out of their back. And so that's who he's kind of eyeballing.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to the guy and ask, what do you think's happening there?
Oh, just always wary of newcomers, you know.
Can I roll insight on
Sure,
what he said?
yeah.
See if he... Okay, there we go. I had to have something. 11. Wait. Yeah, 11.
11. The most you can tell is kind of a shakiness in his voice as he speaks, but he's been pretty wary about before he even looked up and past you guys. But you can tell that he's a little bit more shaky if he speaks about that.
Okay. I'll say, thank you for the rope and thank you for your time.
Yes, thank you all.
As we walk out, here you go, Yuki. Take care of these. If you're hungry, have what you need, and I'll give him the kind of nicer meals, and just pocket the
I can
6 other.
eat all of this?
Yeah. You gotta save it though, cause we got potentially 6 hours till we make it to the next city. So don't eat it all at once. You're gonna have to save it.
What must I do in return, sir?
Stay behind me. Don't do anything to get yourself killed.
Oh. Thank you, mister.
You're welcome. And I'll, for you, us fine folk don't get to eat as nice as the little one.
Works with me. And after he hands me the food, I'm going to hand him 2 silver pieces.
Thank you kindly. Let's make our way, see how the inspector did on his end of the bargain.
Okay. You guys, while they were making their purchases, Emmerich as well as Calderon have been doing other things. And so, you've made your way through the train cart. And as you do, you went up and through the train cart, and then you cut an immediate left As you guys cut this left, you moved onto the rest of the train cart, which connected to the other ones. And you're rather a large, like, square with rounded corners. You maneuver and you make your way through. And on the back side of it, there's a small hatchway. And he looks and he brings his hands down and he lifts it up. And as he does, a rather large, like, eruption of voices and kind of like kegs clattering together, all kind of merge together. And as it merges together, you guys kind of make your way down with him. And as you guys make your way down, he slowly leads you through this. You make your way down a small wooden staircase. You all the way down, you look to your right, and you see in a rather large circle is a bar made of pure ice. And above you, there's structural supports to kind of shoot up and over, making this kind of dome shape, make sure that the snow doesn't compact in and the ice stays still. You can see around this circular bar, people are being served drinks. There's a light kind of illuminating from the center, extending outwards. It's hanging. It's very weird. It's hanging like chandeliers with blue flame. That kind of you can get off this kind of warm feel, but kind of it rather brightens the room around you. And the man looks up to you and goes, "Well, I hope you guys brought some money." And he begins
I am quite literally
guiding
the
you guys.
brokest thing in the world.
He guides you guys over to the corner of this place, and you make your way over to a table. And as you do, you kind of bump shoulders with people. It's a rather crowded place. Each one of them goes, "Hey, watch it!" And it's a tall, scaly figure. A scale kind of clatters onto your arm, Calderon. He makes it up and he goes, "Well, since I lost the previous game, I brought some people to gamble for me." And he sits you guys. He sits both of you down around the table. He goes, and you see that there's 3 individuals sitting in front of you, and they're all, some of them kind of dark towards you, but most of them are eyeballing the man standing up that led you down here in the first place. And one of them kind of pipes up more than the other ones. He's this, you see he has this like large underbite, and he has a like rather like fair skin than the other ones. And he kind of talks with a little bit of a lisp, and you can't tell if it's because of his tongue connecting into his teeth or because of his jaw connecting into his tongue. But he goes, "Brannick, you still owe us some." And he goes, Don't worry. You'll win it back from me." And he taps you guys on the shoulders, and he goes, "Best of luck." And as he does, you guys snap to consciousness. And it's not swayed in by his thing anymore. And
Is this where we're supposed to be?
There's something that tells me no.
"You two, quiet. Guess Brannick brought you."
He brought him. I don't belong to this.
He reaches into his hip and he pulls out a long knife and he slams it into the table in front of you.
Can I grab my dagger and do the same?
You want to?
Why not?
Okay.
I also... Wait, I don't have a dagger though.
After I complete mine, can I hand over a dagger?
A little pocket knife.
Yeah, it just slowly gets smaller and
So
smaller.
you guys both pull out a dagger and then a little bit of a smaller blade and you guys slam it into the table. His is much bigger than your guys' dagger. And he goes,
I look at him, and with the bravery of a former investigator and rail worker, but with the timidness of someone who's just received an injury. "Look, buddy. I don't appreciate the way you're talking to me and my railway friend. Prepare to face the consequences.
Roll intimidation with disadvantage.
Wait. I have a thing for this. I forgot what it's called, but it removes either advantage or disadvantage.
Okay.
Would this make me sound cooler?
You don't have disadvantage.
Look, buddy.
There you go and roll
Lower your
intimidation.
voice 2 octaves.
Did it matter?
5.
It didn't matter.
This guy needs to
As you kind of speak to him, he's pretty unfazed by it. And he goes, I hope your money can match your talk. and he goes, well, since Brannick
Is it
left,
Brannick?
and I don't need to gamble anything anymore, you guys put money on the table.
I don't have money.
No way.
I shyly drop like 1 copper piece on the table.
His hand slams into the table in front of you, and it makes your dagger fall out of the table.
Are you with the Ironwald Syndicate?
I work for myself.
Do they look like the Ironwald Syndicate?
I don't know.
True. I'm sorry. That's my bad.
Sorry. I think we got off on the wrong foot.
Where's the money?
No, okay, fine. I bring out
Brannick
1 gold piece.
quite literally got the 2 brokest swords he could find. I don't know what you want. Go get him, not us.
Not you, I'm loaded. I mean, I'm comfortable.
You fool.
What's your bet?
I bet. Well, I don't need to bet anything anymore. Brannick owes me money. It seems
So-
like he brought you.
So
Give it to me.
What does he owe you?
We'll see.
the math isn't mathing here.
Hey, look. The Green Warden Assembly. Do you know them? They're giving debt forgiveness to people for gambling. I would check that out instead of dealing with me. You don't wanna-
He's not in debt.
You don't want to deal with me.
The person that brought us is in debt. Go talk to Brannick.
He nudges the guy next to him, and the guy walks over to you, and he sits right next to you.
Okay, fine. Okay.
He makes you look tiny in comparison to him. And he whispers into your ear, the money.
How much? How much money? I got
10 gold.
Okay.
From each of you.
How much?
And he grabs your shoulder and he brings you closer like you're his buddy. He whispers into your ear and he goes, 10 gold.
Okay. I add 9 more to my 1 gold piece on the table,
Each.
and I kind of put away my money.
You wouldn't happen to have another 10, would you? Thank you.
Okay. So they spread 20 gold along the table. And we'll cut back to the other kid.
You can't, like, blue ball me on Gale.
Here's the other group. Okay, so you guys make your way over to what you assume is the way station office. And you cut across the snow-swept plains. And people, cross paths with you, kind of bump into you. It's pretty busy around this time. Yuki, since you're the shortest, can you roll me a perception check?
Good. What'd he get?
16.
16? Okay. With the people that are passing by and the murmurs that kind of happen, you're able to chip in and hear into the conversation. And you hear some word about of a train arrival tomorrow morning. That's probably the best thing you can get.
I think the word around that I've been hearing is that tomorrow morning there'll be a train here. But I don't know, based off of your timing, if you want to walk overnight or take a train in the morning.
What time of day does it seem? Can we tell?
Right now,
Can we
you
estimate?
can no longer see the sun over the mountains, so
Okay.
it's
So
at least
look in the evening.
it's at least
Yes.
it's at least
Okay.
past 3.
Well, probably not, truthfully, the smartest thing to travel to WHITEWAKE in the night. I mean, I don't mind sleeping over here if we can find a place to bed. I don't know if you guys are in any rush. I don't know. Speaking of which, why are y'all headed to WHITEWAKE?
I am going to
You
cast.
see with those.
What?
You see with those eyes.
Yeah, you can go home.
I'm
Go for
trying.
dismissal. No, I'm gonna cast message.
'Kay.
On Rowan, and say, now is not the time
Ooh.
or the place for me to disclose
I
why I'm
don't
here or
like
where
that.
I'm going.
I don't get out of my head. Get out of my head, music man. What did those tunes do to me?
So if you could please wait for a better time, I'll tell you everything you need to know,
Are you in any rush?
and then I'll cut off the message.
Are you in any rush? Yay or nay? I'm
Yeah.
speaking out loud.
I know that.
Okay.
You just kind of ignore him as he tries to speak up.
I'll take that as a no. Yuki, you were on the train, right?
Yes, sir.
What were you doing?
I was meeting with my good friend, Calderon.
Y'all are buddies?
Yeah.
Cool. I didn't know that.
Well, we met on the train.
Oh. You make friends quick. That's good. So, do you know where you were headed?
No, but y'all are talking about a WHITEWAKE or something. So
Yep,
I
WHITEWAKE.
think a place like that I might be going to.
Do you know why?
No,
Okay.
just
So, at least for us, Music Man here's a little quiet, but we don't seem to be in any rush. So, maybe best if we just try and find a place to bed down. See if we can stay the night here and catch that train in the morning.
well. What if the other two get tickets to go on one now?
Well, then if there's a train now, I don't mind leaving now, but I just don't think it's wise to make the journey through the night. It's just kind of risky, and especially with, no offense, but I don't know you guys, so there's no telling. Music Man here just spoke to me in my brain, and I didn't like that. I didn't really feel threatened, but it just was a new experience to me. Kind of threw me off my game, I think, and I think it's probably just better to just wait it out if we can and catch a train and go our ways.
So, should we get an inn for the other two, and I'll share one?
We can see what we can find. I don't reckon they'll have a lot to bed down here. It's really not a place meant for a lot of people, but I'm sure we can find something to make it work. No telling what they're are we at the place
You guys
that
just
they
walking.
went to?
You guys are almost there. Yeah.
Okay. There's no telling what they'll be doing, or we can get here and figure it out and talk to them about it. See what we can do. So,
I don't know what y'all thought of the shopkeep over there, but he seemed to get a little shaky when mentioning newcomers.
Who?
well,
The guy we bought the food from.
Oh,
We
I
may
didn't
have to
notice
check
anything.
some stuff out. If,
like what?
in time, we'll see
Oh.
what we need to do, if we need to do anything.
Well,
But farewell.
I think it's fair for him to be on edge. He probably deals with a lot of weirdos, a lot of random people.
Right.
Never know what they're up to, especially nowadays. And people are kind of just on edge for survival in general. They'll kind of do anything it takes to stay alive, to put food on the table. And merchants are the worst of the worst. There's no telling how many bogies I've had to kill just protecting the cargo we ship out on the trails. So I can't really blame them for that.
You guys want to kind of look around and find them, or you just want to go straight to the station office?
We'll just go in.
The station
To where
office?
we knew they were. Yeah.
So the station
Spots they
office
went.
is a small brick building it's only connected by kind of an overhanging roof, where there's a small walkway that connects building to building, and there's a door on both sides. And so you walk forward, and Gorak's behind you guys carrying the big crate and the Keller over her shoulder. And who wants to open the door? Kind of walk in first.
Oh,
Kiname, you grab open to this metal locked, this like metal knob. You turn it and you open it, and as you do, the wind kind of tries to force it shut, but you're able to keep it open. And you each walk forward, and in front of you guys, there's a large kind of cross-sectioned window made out of wood that goes up in front of you, and a small little like service hole where you can slide papers in and out of. And there's a man dauntingly standing behind it. There's two chairs in front of him, and the room is rather small. But you can see behind him there's a small like cabinet in the corner, kind of halfway perked open, and to the left of him there's rows upon rows of various slips and envelopes, that kind of stuff. He stands up tall, and he's just a little bit shorter than Gorag. And he brings his hands together and he breathes in kind of deeply. He has a very clean syndicate uniform on. And yeah, as he breathes, it's quite strange. His breath doesn't breathe any like cold air out. Like, you can't see him actually like exhaling.
He's a fish.
He looks down at you guys.
Gills.
And he goes, "What can I do for you today?"
have you seen a big burly man in here with a smaller person on his shoulder? He's carrying a large wooden box.
The man behind you. Gorag's with you guys.
I thought he went with the other group.
No.
I'm gonna start pulling my
I'm gonna.
blanket
Kind of
over like my entire
looking
face
at eyes.
Okay.
and like turn around
Doing
and
all
like
right,
hide
music
behind one of
man?
them while y'all are talking.
It's been a long couple of days.
Are you here for
That's
station
true.
passes?
I believe we are.
Okay. IDs, please.
Pull my ID out.
Okay. So, I would say you would probably have some form of identification just through your line of work.
Bang.
You would have one as well. And Yuki and Gorag would not have any form of ID.
Alright. I'll just kind of slide my ID through the thing and kind of just say, we come from the Frostbine tunnels. The little one behind us, he was on a train that crashed, kind of caved in, and the train came on us. I don't really know where he's from or anything about him, but we're just looking to get to WHITEWAKE as fast as we can.
Right, that's mighty awful. 'Cause he can't get on the train without his ID.
Well, that puts us in kind of a rut.
For the rest of you, I could.
You sure we can't work
happily
something
pay for
out?
it. He kind of inches forward just a little bit, and he goes, "No. ID or no train. Unless they happen to be of a certain age to where it's not yet classified as an adult."
Well, he's pretty little, but I don't know about the big guy.
Gorag kind of,
Buddy, how many years have you been alive?
Gorag kind of shrugs it, looks up into the air. Roll.
Birthday count.
He looks up and he kind of puts his hand up, and as he does, the handle kind of like falls, and he puts his hand towards his lip, and he looks up and around. He goes, Gorag has been here for a long time. Not as much as you, little man, but I've been here a long time.
Well, hate to break it to you, buddy, but it looks like you're walking.
He looks down at you and kind of a blank stare. He crunches his eyebrows at you and gets a little bit angry. Well, I'll let you guys settle that. But our various passes have various prices. And so, for priority clearance passes, that'd be 3 gold each. For standard passenger pass, should be 2 gold. If you want to carry that, he looks past you guys towards the crate with you. You will require a freight escort pass, which is 5 silver. And for the large individual, and you, he looks down at you, Yuki, you will have to ride refugee, which is only 1 silver. So, just let me know which one you guys would like.
Alright, well, big guy back there doesn't have an ID, and I think little one here kind of passes the threshold, but we have some more waiting. You didn't happen to see a kind of a tall, lanky man with kind of long hair and kind of like a cyborg man, a robot man, kind of with a lot of burns come through here?
Not that I can recall of.
Oh, dang it.
And we'll cut back to the other ones. And so, he presents. So, he's been trying to intimidate you guys for quite a second now. And so, they've each laid out 10 gold apiece, both from the same person. And the man kind of looks forward. The underbite man, he goes, just simple game, really. And he brings out 2 6-sided dice. And as he does, well, here's how it works. You roll 2 of these, and he has his 2 dice in his hand. If you hit a 7, in any room, you'll double your money. If you hit a 2 or a 12, triple your money. Anything else goes to us. He slides the dice forwards to you guys.
Okay.
7 double, 2 12 triple.
He slides the dice forward to you guys. Okay? And so,
Don't worry.
he slides it. Okay.
I've got this.
Hit us then.
Can I almost try to do a hand trick when I roll? To maybe give the roll in my favor.
You can certainly try. You can definitely try.
Alright. I kind of wave my arms around. Shake it up, I blow in the dice. I do all the lucky tricks in the book, and I roll.
You rolled a 6 and a 1, and all of them kind of look down towards it, and you guys kind of do a small celebration together. The underbite man stands up, and he picks his knife up, and he reaches over to the 1, and arranges it into a 2.
Hey?
As you try to correct his dice, his knife stabs into the ground at the table next to you.
Look, if you're not here to play dice, how much does the geezer owe you?
He goes, I quite liked this game. I think I'll be taking this. And he slides the gold towards himself. And the man next to you, you can feel something like with the pointy, sharp end kind of jut into your side. How about we take all of it?
Should we get roll for it? think in my mind of all of the criminal organizations that I may have worked with pre-head injury. And I try my best to give off the impression that I'm someone not to be crossed with.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
We'll see.
As in, like, you want to try to impersonate somebody else, or you want to try to threaten or scare them?
And I'm sorry.
Threaten.
Okay, go ahead and roll intimidation with disadvantage.
Emric.
It
was nice knowing you.
I didn't even know each other for a day.
Not the time.
I'm nervous.
Oh, Emric, stop. Jeez, it smells really good.
What'd you roll?
5.
Fives.
You rolled an 8 5s.
You passed a little gas as you try to flex really hard. And you try to impersonate and intimidate the man next to you.
You see tears start flowing from my eyes. This is the most embarrassing situation I've ever been in.
He scrounges, as you're doing that, he kind of investigates and kind of scrounges around you, and he grabs your coin bag and he rips it off of you. He slams it to the table and slides it towards the guy with the underbite.
Can I get change?
He then grabs you by the shoulder and throws you behind him out into the open, like, wooden kind of enforced floor. And then the underbite guy picks up his knife, points it at you, and then points the other way.
Alright.
Towards where Calderon is.
Can I just grab my golden leaf? I never rolled.
You gonna try to reach out your hand towards the gold?
Yeah, I'm taking the numb hand.
Okay, you reach out your hand and he reaches out and he grabs your hand and he squeezes it with all of his might, and then he kind of holds you and then he tries to toss you aside. Go ahead and roll a strength check.
Where am I dagger? That'd be an 11.
He grabs you and he's able to, like, you kind of slide on your side across the seats where you guys are sitting and you fall and you land next to Calderon.
I blame you for this.
The man that was kind of threatening you, Calderon, looks at you and says, "Exits that way." And he points towards the exit.
So I think we just leave. We're 20. I didn't get the roll. I didn't even get to try. I'm insulted.
117 gold. That was supposed to pay my fares and my expenses. I'm out of a job now. What am I supposed to do?
As we're walking out, can I cast Crown of Thorns on the big guy with my subtle casting?
Bro, whatever you're about to do.
Let me check something really quickly.
Because I'll be using a sorcerer point for this, for a subtle spell. With that, it doesn't need a verbal, somatic, or a material component.
Okay. Yeah. You can.
Okay. It's a save of 13.
What kind of save?
Wisdom.
Okay. So, let me go ahead and see what this does.
It causes that character is now charmed, and I get to mentally choose who I want them to target, and a crown kind of appears along their head.
Okay. You look back towards this gambler, and his underbite, and he kind of grabbed at his head.
No. His minion, the big one.
Oh, the big one next to him?
Mhm.
Okay. And so you can see him kind of start to thrash around. He starts grabbing at his head, and as he does, what would you like him to do?
I want him to attack the guy with the underbite. Just straight mollywop him.
Just unarmed punch?
Well, if he has weapons, I want him to use weapons, but
Yeah, he has 2 short swords.
I want him to start just 36 stab wounds.
Okay, and so
And I'll proceed to walk out. I have 120 feet on the range.
you begin to leave.
Mm-hmm. It is con, so I'll be kind of like moonwalking my way out. Just kind of arm on my companion, moonwalking.
Okay, and so you begin leaving, and as you do, he draws a short sword, and he begins striking the person next to him. So he swings down, as he does, the guy's kind of caught off guard, and he leans back, and it cuts into the table in front of him. His second one then extends out, and he's able to get him into his shoulder. Okay, the man, it kind of pins him into the shoulder, and he pins into the wood behind him, and the man lets out a big back fist as you guys begin to leave out of it. The tavern begins to hear this commotion, and all kind of look forward, and you see the barkeep walk forward. You can see him he's a little bit taller than people sitting down, just door figure at the bar. And he walks out at the back of this swinging door, and he walks in, he steps down, he's shorter than the tavern. He goes, "Oh, not again," and he begins walking over to the corner.
Why did he say it like that?
The regional dialect.
Do you think I can go back and get my gold?
Are you sneaky? Do you remember if you're sneaky?
No, but now I'm poor.
Okay,
You were poor like me.
so you guys standing inside the tavern, or you're leaving?
Is there any chance I can get my gold back? What do you think?
Come on,
One way to find
let's
out.
roll for it.
Roll for it.
Your luck is hot.
You stole the dice from the bar?
It he fails the thing again. He's going to swing more time.
What are these for?
If he wins, which he does not, he can go back for the die. His coin.
He swings one more time, and the short sword once again plunges into this man with the underbite.
You
Are
know what?
held back by honor?
Yeah. Are you honor bound? Or do you want? How about you want that gold?
I want that gold.
Then go get it. It's on the table still, I bet.
Sprint.
No, I'm just kind of sit there at the doorway, just kind of.
Moggy.
Okay. As you sprint towards him, you can see the man that was charmed. You kind of make it, and you maybe 5 feet or so away from the table. You see the coin bag still on the table, and
Oh, he hurt.
you can see this haloistic kind of crown above him dissipate.
Mm.
And the man with the underbite goes, "What? What are you doing?" And he starts
Police!
You fool.
I point in the opposite direction to police.
Okay, roll deception.
It may not mean nothing to you.
They're underground.
Oh, damn.
Oh, 4.
Here, Jimmy knows. That's gonna be cursed.
Generational run right here.
Nathan must got a hold of my die, bro.
You point away, and you start shouting that the police are coming, and they kind of look around. And there's no police in this tavern. They all stare at you.
Is what I'm gonna talk to if I don't get my gold back.
Why, you fool?
Pay up, Buster.
Roll intimidation with disadvantage.
Need disadvantage, but it's good to
Can I say a reaction? I was gonna say as a reaction, in case he does fail. I want. Can I
9.
cast grease on the floor where they're at? Not in his range, but where they're at. God damn it!
Your carries on the floor.
Just if it looks like he's not winning them over.
Okay.
I rolled a 9.
See, he's shouting at them, and not a whole lot's happening.
I'm just gonna cast grease. Just kinda,
You cast grease in the area, and the bartender slips on the way over to the table, and it would hit you as well. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy.
Hey, it doesn't have disadvantage this time.
17.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to succeed it. What do you like to do?
I need the coin back.
Okay, you reach out and you grab onto the coin bag, And as you do, the grease is kind of making everybody disoriented. And you grab onto it, and you tuck into your pocket, and you begin sprinting out of the tavern.
I'm a little slower than I do.
I can't believe we did that first try. Where did that grease come from?
I don't know. It wasn't me.
Okay, you guys make it to the hatch that leaves, and you pop it open. As you guys do, you begin sprinting out, and you run past the guard that kind of like does the one that motion towards the password, and you like look towards him. You look towards you, and you guys kind of push over the hatchway that leads out of the actual train.
We lost.
Special guests.
You guys run out to the snow. You guys, as you leave the railway station office, see them sprinting through the snow.
Oh my. You see him?
Do you think they got our passage?
No.
Okay, you guys are running away.
Little one. I don't think they did. And they might have made someone very angry.
I'm surprised that old guy's running so fast.
Which
You'd be
one?
surprised what fear does to a man.
I'm the oldest.
Let's Shall we follow him?
We need to get to the train place.
You guys
So
running towards the train station. You see you three, and as well as Gorag, see those two run straight towards you guys.
Hi, Calderon! How's your day?
Shut up! Why would you say my name? Why would you say that?
they don't know our name.
Now they do.
They're still in the trail.
I book it to the office.
Okay, so you kind of just book it through the rest.
I need to
people you've been
speak
traveling
to
with.
the man in charge.
Okay, you swing open the door, and a tall, gaunt figure stands at the doorway, and he looks down at you, and he goes, "Yes."
Good evening, sir. My name is Railway Inspector Calderon Vale. No, my name is Calderon Vale, but I'm the Railway Inspector. I'm currently on contract from the Ironwald Syndicate. I would like to report an incident. Here is the form. It's the form from the train accident.
That's my bad.
He grabs it, and he begins inspecting it. I see.
If you could just get that through to people in charge, that would be great. Do I have free fare? Is that still around?
As in free travel on the trains.
Yes. Has that ever been a thing?
If you're under contract by us, as long as you have your contract slip, then yes.
I pull out my contract.
I pull out my badge and contract.
Okay. Soonest train will be here tomorrow morning.
Awesome.
We're so
and
gone.
if you see like some suspicious individuals, there's been a spike in crime lately. Just be on the lookout.
Thank you for reporting that to me.
Yep. All right.
It wouldn't happen to be those guys, would it? And he looks out the window. It's like bars, like wooden bars that kind of reach out into the open way. And you see from the train, from the actual like train part, three individuals look out around the encampment, and they kind of split off in different directions.
No.
Okay, we're in the office still. It's
Yeah,
the
you guys
three
are
that we
it's within
saw.
earshot. Yeah.
I have a feeling those are who we're talking about.
I'll have them dealt with.
Thank you.
We may be ruined.
I give a salute, which I don't know if that's even customary.
Hey,
Yeah.
Inspector.
Yeah.
We got a problem.
What's up?
We got a problem.
I don't want to know about y'all's problem right now, but all I know is we made it here first, so I don't want to know what you got into. Anywho, Gorag can't get a pass.
Ah, yes, I was meaning to talk to you about that. Under Statute 4 of the Ironwald Syndicate, Gorag should be granted a pass as his previous form of transport was damaged beyond repair, and he had to walk all the way here just to get a new train, so his fare from the last train should carry over here.
Are you aware of which train that was?
It should be on the incident report.
He looks
You're
down
another
and
clever man.
he begins inspecting it. He goes, Let's see. If what you say is true, under Statute 4, the Iron One Syndicate Transport and Travel System, you shall receive the next train ride promptly.
Very good.
I will put my ID up there along with 3 gold pieces.
He slides you over one of it's this large white, it looks like it's made out of this, like, little flimsy metal, so you can bend it a little bit, but it says priority clearance on it. That's over to you, and he grabs the gold.
And I'll kind of do mine, grab my ID. 2 silver for me and the little one. We'll stay in the refugee cart.
Okay.
We're good.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Uh, is there any place in this camp where we could stay overnight to wait for the train?
Your best bet is to look around, ask for refugees.
Kind
Not
of stay in people's houses
Not
almost?
necessarily inn of sorts around here.
Let's just stay in here.
You don't think? Yeah, you don't think we could stay on like the lobby benches?
No.
No, I can man the post.
My friend, we might be gunners.
Alright, well, we'll see you bright. What time is the train coming?
As soon as the sun rises.
Alright, well, we'll see you at sunrise if you're still here. I say we better find a place we can sleep for the
Okay,
night.
look, I know you told me not to mention it.
Let's wait till we're somewhere private.
Okay.
I don't think there was anywhere private in Nimoy.
We'll see what we can do. We can go back to the cave if we need.
We might have to. The cave might be our safest place.
So
I'm
you
a
guys
little worried.
leave out of the railway station. You guys want to look as a group to find a place to stay for the night?
Alright, that's bad.
I'll
Door
have
salesman.
each of you guys roll investigation, sure. Or perception.
Either one or
Perception.
17.
Natural 20.
14.
13.
Pretty well all the way
Total
around.
27 total.
Pretty good.
Natural 20.
Pretty good. Okay, so without fail, you're able to find this small refugee camp. And as you walk through the streets, you also see many people that kind of clumped together in mobs similar to that of penguins of sorts, huddled for warmth. Those who can't find their way into a train cart or anything of the sorts, packed together tightly, kind of move as one unit. There's a couple different motionless, frozen over snow mounds that are lining the so-called streets. But eventually you're able to make it to this kind of set off corner of the area, and it's pretty hard to find because what you have to do is you kind of make your way through this busy and full rail cart where on either side there's people staying with each other, kind of laid out, clumped around. They kind of motion you aside as you walk through, and you climb on top of that one to then reach one that's on top of it. On top of that, it's pretty empty. The wind does blow pretty hard up here, but it's better than nothing.
This will have to do.
We'll make our way inside. Rowan will kind of go to the corner and just kind of set his stuff down, take off his hat, just place it on top of his backpack, and pull out the wooden kind of horse charm and just begin to make a silver wire around the outskirts of the kind of house, and I'll ritual cast alarm.
Okay.
to audibly go off when anyone that's not in our group will make contact with it.
Okay.
And when I get done, sit down, put the charm back in my pocket. Alright. What happened to you, gentlemen?
Where do
Wait. Where are my manners? I picked you guys up some rations. Here you go. For you.
Oh, you shouldn't.
Yeah. In case you were hungry. Thought we might have to make this trek on foot. We've already eaten. I made partake. So, y'all help yourselves. But, alright. Back to business.
There was this weird pointy dude. I think he used like magic on us.
We are definitely under the influence of something.
We couldn't say no.
Mm.
So we followed him
It was dangerous.
into a scary like secret bar.
Do you know where? Could
They
you
had
get
a
back there?
password. Huh?
Yeah, but
Could you
that,
get
I
back
don't
there?
think it's good to go back.
Well, I wasn't asking to. I just was curious if you could make your way.
We
back.
could find our way back, but we would need the password.
Do you remember the password?
But since we were special guests, the password was never given.
Mm.
And I wish we weren't special guests.
Mm.
Because the pointy guy who picked us up off the road, he needed us to pay back his debt through gambling.
Oh.
First roll, I
Gambling?
win. Fair and square.
There was some nice shenanigans.
And they take the dice. They flip it over. So I say, hey, that's not cool. And they take away my coin purse.
Yeah, purse.
Satchel. Whatever,
It's a
that's not
man
the
bag.
You probably write in a diary too.
No.
Hmm.
I review the railway handbook every night.
I don't think that's any better.
Okay, anyways, that's
Well, we
not the...
need people like that. So, carry on. What had you guys running towards us so fast?
Well, we actually... Despite my many brave attempts, it took a while to get the gold back.
You got your gold
It
back.
took a lot of help
Well, when
too.
we're walking up the stairs, I'm thinking, wait, I need this gold. That's a lot of gold I've just lost, you know?
He lost a lot of gold.
Thank you.
I've never
Oh.
seen that much gold.
And so I go back down,
Mm-hmm.
and I say, like, this is really heroically, I say, knock it off, guys, or someone here's going to die, and it's not going to be me. And they all cowered in fear.
Don't let them fool you.
And so don't let them fool you. Despite their rough exteriors, they're actually really sweethearts. And they gave me the gold, and we stole a little bit of theirs on the way. So we ran out.
Do I believe what he's telling me?
Do I? Really
I don't.
Wow, you're awesome.
Yes, and roll inside. If you would.
Give myself guidance.
Dirty 20.
Ooh,
There you
23 plus 26. Not plus 26.
There is more false things to that story than truths. For
I think
sure.
go. Okay.
I think I'm picking up on what you're putting down. But you got your gold back. These guys don't like you.
They definitely.
What'd they look like?
One of them had like an underbite.
Yes. Very bad. Like a lisp too. It's easier to hear than definitely see.
You would know.
It was the 6 foot something.
Yes.
He was real good friends with you. I think he wanted something from you other than gold.
Look, man, that's a case in itself. But yeah, there was a big burly dude rubbing up against me. I think he wanted my gold. I don't know. But he was there too. But he went crazy, didn't he?
Maybe.
Yeah, he took out his weapons and started. Yeah, it's like swinging swords everywhere.
It definitely wasn't targeted at a single man.
Anyways, I see this. I'm like, this is my perfect opportunity to get the gold back. Then they snap out of it. They're like, wait, he's gonna take the gold. And so I says to them, knock it off. You know, like with the whole spiel I told you earlier. And I
he
take
also
the gold.
yelled police in a game in a
Yes,
bar. Of
I
like
tricked
gang
them.
members.
I said police and pointed at the wall.
They looked for 2 seconds.
That's smart.
That's all a thief needs. Not a thief. I'm not a thief, but like
He,
totally
he
could be.
needed more than 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyways, I kind of get under my covers. I'm ready to go to sleep. If you need me, I'll
It's
be
like
reading the handbook.
5 in the afternoon. You been down?
Look, it was dark in there. I've lost all scope of time.
How long were you in there for?
Felt like wouldn't you agree? Like the effects in my mind kind of made it feel different. I don't know. Something about gambling, I guess.
I
No
didn't-
windows.
I didn't
Right,
have the
there
same
weren't.
problem.
It was made of ice, right? The bar was made of ice.
Yes, the bar was made of
That
ice.
was probably the weirdest part. You
You-
say on the rocks, and they just
No.
pour it on the table.
It definitely wasn't the fact that there was a blue flame, but
Do you desire to go back there? Or do you
I'm comfy where I am. What time is this train at?
sunrise? So, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
6 o'clock.
If I go to bed now, I can get a good breakfast.
Maybe. If you got rations.
I need
I don't
time.
got anything to make breakfast.
What part
Maybe-
of town was this ice bar at?
So you take a left when you get to the train station, and you just keep going, and we kind of took a straight around from there.
Okay.
There'll be a guard. Yeah, real mean-looking dude, but he kind of just stared at us when we left.
What about those guys we saw outside the train office? The 3. We saw them when we were buying the supplies. The shopkeep, the music man over here noticed
They could all be part of the same gang.
that the shopkeep was pretty nervous from him. He blamed it on newcomers, but
I think there's a local criminal group.
I don't
running
have
this
my dagger.
encampment.
Oh my
Maybe.
goodness. I'm so sorry. I hand him the pocket knife he gave me.
Or I noticed you and the rail officer or whatever had a kind of kerfuffle about the articles and the Gorag being able to have a pass. Are they normally that strict? I mean, at least the way we did it in the assembly, we just kind of did everything we could to get folks from point A to point B. You know,
You're with the assembly?
I was.
What's the assembly? Could someone tell me what that is? I don't.
The
It sounds familiar. I'm kind of blanking.
it's the Green Warden Assembly. Really, not much of a unified nation, so much as it's more about kind of just refugee escorts.
More of a movement.
Yeah,
Okay.
caravans, kind of just like a local militia almost, kind of like a local church or something. Kind of just people doing good for your
Yeah.
community. But they, I mean,
Are they
we
the
just
good
try to,
guys?
we try and do good when we can.
What about the syndicate? Are they the good guys?
The syndicate, we are numbers.
I don't know too much about the syndicate. I grew up. My grandfather was quite important in the assembly, so that's kind of where I stayed, and I didn't really stray off, and I didn't worry too much about it. I spent
Wonder
a lot of my years kind of just working through it.
wonder if the assembly ever contracted me. That'd be interesting.
Well, they're.
But I get the picture.
I have nothing bad about them. They didn't agree with me, so
Yeah.
we just parted ways. However, like I said, you and that guy are so. Is the syndicate always that strict when it comes to?
From my experience, I'm not well versed in what the movement of trains, but when I worked for the Spire, it was this had to be done this in the same time frame. It's all numbers. It did not matter if we were injured or not, unless we were disabled within certain amounts. But as long as we could finish, it did not matter. A lot of people injured or dead now.
Mm-hmm.
Those are quite strict, yeah.
Okay.
Depends
Well,
how
I
far
mean,
sanded off you've been, I guess.
yeah,
Some of them have to make really tough calls.
I don't blame him. I just, with this whole Everfrost thing, you kind of need to band together a little bit to survive. it's kind of tough to do it. So I just think it's a little crazy to be that strict on us when we're just kind of here. But I'm worried about it being, it's a pretty small community, and a band of thugs like that could kind of take over and take control of this place pretty easily. It wouldn't take a whole lot of force because there wouldn't be a lot of backlash for it, especially with just people just coming through, kind of like us, just looking for a way to get out of here as fast as they can. No one's staying here too long term, but they could kind of end up controlling it and kind of working that.
No one important's gonna stop in a place like this.
Probably not, but accidents happen. You never know with the weather. You never know what'll happen. So people end up in crazy situations all the time. I just don't want anything bad to happen to the people that do live here. It would be kind of a shame.
Yeah.
Did they seem just outright evil or kind of just greedy?
The syndicate?
No, the men that.
The men there?
I mean, what do you think their agenda is?
They seemed loosely organized.
Mm-hmm.
They're there for money.
Yeah, we were just extorted.
Yeah.
They're not cutthroats. They need people alive to sap money from.
Yeah, it seems they probably just kind of take newcomers and try and pick their pockets anytime they can. You guys said you were under the influence of something, so that guy probably just wanders looking for new guys. He found you, and luckily you had some change on you.
Yeah. Well, who knows? Maybe the guy who led us there was someone new to the area. That would make sense. If he's having to play by those rules.
Well, he may just be in on their dig. He's just working for them. I mean, if it's kind of just a little band of guys, he just knows how to do that. They use him for that, and the other guys are just more intimidating and kind of can take control of it and kind of get what's done. He just brings them there. I don't know. It could be worth it to stay and try and figure it out, but I don't mind. We kind of had me, the little one, and Music Man kind of talked about how quickly we needed to be in WHITEWAKE. And we're in no rush, but I don't know what you guys are up to.
As soon as possible. I'm under contract.
And you, Inspector?
Well, I just need to get back to WHITEWAKE. Get more details about my injury.
Quickly or just?
Not urgently.
Okay.
Just out of a goal.
Emmerich, right?
Yes.
Well, I don't mind going quickly, but I guess wouldn't mind kind of checking out here and see what's going on with these people. But who knows when another train will pass through. It doesn't seem like they'd probably come through here super often.
No.
But we might just be lucky. Or, I mean, they might. I don't know.
Kineme, what's your reason for going to WHITEWAKE?
Who?
You. Music Man. What's your reason for going to WHITEWAKE?
It's just a stop along the way.
Fair enough. You got a bigger destination in mind, or
Maybe later I will, but right now I just need to stay moving.
moving off the rails? That's a lost art. Respect.
You working for somebody?
Here and there. Right now I'm in between.
Kind of like a private person. What do you do?
Not much anymore.
Play that fiddle?
Yep.
Pretty good at it. Where'd you learn to play?
Taught myself.
That's pretty impressive.
Thank you.
I never found too much talent in the artistic business.
It's all I've ever had, so figure might as well keep working on it.
So, I guess what's the plan? Get your train to WHITEWAKE, or
I
maybe we just hope to sleep the night away and just kind of catch a train. Hope the officer, the commander, wasn't lying to us. That train is coming. I mean, I couldn't pick up anything shady from him. He seemed kind of nervous about the three dudes outside as well. So either he's a pretty good actor or just seems to be in the same boat as us.
Technically, I'm his superior.
Mhm.
So I doubt he would mess with us.
Well, I guess that's pretty good to know.
But I'm also not fully in the syndicate, so
Hmm.
there's a bit of a muddy area.
Yes, I'm right there with you.
But yes, we should awake promptly to get on the train.
I'm fine with that as well. They don't seem to be causing too much of a terrible ruckus for us to just, I don't know.
We could check news reports once we're in WHITEWAKE
I agree.
to see if this is something that's received
It's
attention.
Your word, yeah. And I'm not saying robbery's a good thing, but I don't think they're out here killing people.
You have ties to the assembly. I know you're
Mhm.
not with them anymore, but this could be something they could take onto the belt, no?
Well, I'm not sure if they would want to listen to anything I have to say, but I may be able to put in a word for it.
isn't this too far into syndicate territory, anyways?
Potentially. But if they're not going to make an effort for it, I'm sure the assembly is willing to. They're all for the good of people. So if they know someone's in danger, they're going to do what they can to get them out of there.
And hopefully I've had contract work with them before,
Maybe.
but who knows?
Imric, you said we're still in the territory?
I believe so. Did we not?
I don't know much around here, but I thought we left. The syndicate.
But the syndicate is a territory, not just a town, isn't it?
Oh. Let's leave in the morning.
Yeah, yes.
You think you'll be able to sleep in here, little one?
I've never had a cot before, so probably.
Alright, well, it's not luxurious bedding, but based on kind of the little bits you said, I think you'll make way. You'll make do.
What time is it roughly?
I'd say after everything that happened, it was roughly it's past 3, so 5. I'd say it's probably like 7:30, 8 in the afternoon. So any last things before you guys take that long rest?
Probably just before I'll go to bed, I'll kind of redo the alarm around the exterior. It only lasts for 8 hours.
Yeah.
So,
I am gonna
same thing.
take my fiddle out, start playing a lullaby-esque tune, just to try and
That would put me right to sleep.
calm the mood.
I'm going to pull out my medical report again, reacquaint myself with the address listed at the bottom of it.
I'll just tinker with my mechanics.
I'll go to sleep.
I'll just kind of get in the corner, kind of pull out the wooden charm, look at it, and kind of just the hat off to my side, and just kind of softly think for a little bit, ponder about the tunnels and the journey, and kind of just say a quick prayer to my leaky. And then I'm gonna put it away, put it back, kind of use my backpack as a pillow, put the cap over my head and my blanket, and just kind of listen to that lullaby and kind of go to a happy place and fall asleep.
So, as the day turns to night, and the once bright and mountainous range around you gets clouded and coated with a wave of darkness from the night sky, I would like everybody but Rowan to leave the table.
I'll catch y'all on the next one. Don't have too much fun without me.
Rowan. You remember this dream that you're having. Rather a dream, it'd be a nightmare. And so, as you drifted off into sleep, you slowly woke back up and suddenly thrusted away. You stand up and you look around you. You're on this train cart, and around you see it's familiar. You are on the pathway into the Hearthvale right now. You hear from the front,
We got the storm brewing out here. Don't you think it's coming a little bit early?
it's Otal in the distance.
Yes.
He stands up and he looks around. He shovels more coal into the train as quickly as he can. As he begins to, the locomotive begins to dart forward. He looks up and he goes,
All right, let's pick up the pace a bit. Beat it to the Hearthvale. What you say?
Yeah, we got to get out of here pretty quick. They're gonna be on. It's gonna be on our tail.
he begins to shovel forward, and as he does, the train locomotion begins to pick up, and the civilians that are on these cars in the back, you can hear them, like, hear commotion coming from them as well. You begin traveling just a little bit furthermore. The storm is catching up to you guys, and it begins to slowly engulf the sky around you. This once kind of brisk, cleary afternoon with a small chance of storms suddenly turns into the worst winter storm you've ever been involved with. Some time passes, and as it does, you hear some rattling behind you. The rear train and the rear cabins begin to slowly but surely, you hear the screw and the kind of latch begin to slowly judder back and forth that links the two trains together. What would you do?
Kind of just look around, kind of make my way through the back, through one of the cars, first car. Kind of just look at the people, kind of just make eye contact, some of them, and just keep making my way backwards.
Okay.
And then as I kind of get to the separation, kind of just look out and look at the storm, look at the sky.
Okay, you're hit with a giant gust of snow and wind, and this freezing cold temperature shocks your body. You look down, and this is the linking point between this and the next carts. And this, you look down, and you can see that one of the latches begins to slowly but surely like shudder back and forth, loosening itself more and more.
Kind of look at the storm, look at the latch, look at the people inside the cart. Kind of look back up once again. Miley, what is it you want? What do I do?
You look up, and as you do, you hear a faint and familiar voice behind you. It's a bit more gravelly, a little deep as well. The storm rages around you, and you turn around, and you see standing in front of you, first a voice arises, and he looks down at you and he says, "This is unacceptable." You look up and you see it's Aldrich standing in front of you, and you look up towards him, and you kind of stagger to your feet, not expecting him here. The railway continues to clatter back and forth, and you turn around and you can see it loosening more and more.
Oh, I got it. Everyone else is gonna die.
He looks down at you. He puts his hand on your shoulder. And he says, "You followed the motto up until now. No man left behind. Well, today I think I'll leave one behind myself." And he grabs you and he shoves you out into the freezing, blistering cold. Your back lands against the other railway cart, And as it does, your body slams against it, and the latch flies off of the actual railway cart. And the cart begins to disconnect. As it does, it slowly but surely merges and kind of makes a gap between that and the front of the locomotion, and the front of the actual engine of the train. And Aldrich stares out at you and he looks at you, and you look up at him as you do. The cold wind once again breaks against your body as it kind of flings you aside, and you're thrown face first into the snow next to you. You look up, and as you do, you see the cart begin to slowly but surely shake. And as it does, you see the front right wheel slip up, and as it does, the rest of the train follows with it. It slips up into the air, and you see through the one of the windows a familiar face look out at you, and instead of smiling as you were used to, it looks at you with a cold, dead emotion, and then lets out an eerie, long smile, and its lips kind of peer back a little bit more, making it uncanny looking. And that's when you wake back up. You're surrounded by your temporary friends or acquaintances around you. All of them are fast asleep. Yuki's steadily breathing underneath his blanket, kind of just sitting there innocently, restfully. You look around and all the other are doing the same. You hear a psst coming from behind you. It's coming from beneath you.
Beneath me?
Yeah, it's behind you, beneath you.
Okay. Yeah. Kind of take the hat off and kind of just go towards it.
Yeah. So you have to kind of slide the train cart open to get a view of it. So you slide it open, and a small breeze comes in. The breeze has cooled down quite a bit, especially compared to that of the dream.
Mm-hmm.
You look down and you see the woman from in the cavern. She has shortened white hair that comes down to her chin, and it has a little bit of curliness to the back and to the sides. It straightens more top. You see she's barefoot and has this long white robe around her. She's, from just an eye shot, very beautiful. And she looks up at you and she smiles and lets that little laugh, and then motions you to come to her, and she slowly skips kind of around the corner of the other train towards the ground.
Okay, I'll get up and follow.
Okay. You stand up and you move and you kind of push to where you can barely squeeze through it, and you close.
Kind of blending into the darkness. Kind of just using what I've learned. Staying kind of hidden.
Okay. You squeeze through this train latch and you slowly but surely grind it shut, and it has a small thud as it hits the door to the actual doorway. And you climb down the small ladder. Go ahead and roll stealth for me.
17.
17? Okay. So, you begin making your way down this ladder. As it does, you walk, and you're trying to follow these footsteps that this woman left behind. You track it for maybe a minute or so when you finally find it, and you guys are at the end of a very long section of a piece of the train. It's standing at the end of it, and it's kind of picked up a little bit to where it's an uphill walk to get there, and you're maybe 20 feet away, and it's standing at the end of it, kind of looking out to the distance with his back against the actual train.
Just a figure?
It's the same woman
Okay.
earlier.
Well, kind of just slowly but surely walk up to her. Just kind of, who are you?
She looks towards you, and she says, "I've had my eye on you for a while now."
How so?
And she takes a step closer towards you. Her small body barely making any noise against this sharp and hard metal train. She slowly takes one more step. And she looks at you and she says, "You've piqued my interest. What can I say?"
What are you?
He takes another step closer. And she goes, "I was on that train when it crashed. I fled."
What train, if you don't mind my asking?
The one that the others were on. This stayed hidden.
How'd you make it?
I can make my way around things. She takes another step closer to you. She's maybe 15 feet away now. You can see a little bit more of an identifiable feature. She has a pretty, defined facial features, but it's still soft around her cheekbones and her chin and jaw. Takes one more step closer. You can see that she has two horns kind of sticking out, like small horns poking up. And she takes another step, and she goes, "Well, okay, maybe it's not all the truth." And she takes another step closer.
You're kind of freaking me out.
And she says, "It wasn't just me that had an interest in you." And she begins to smile, and you hear snow crunch behind you.
Kind of dart out of the way and kind of turn around, take a glance, keep an eye on her in front of me.
Okay, you turn around and you see Aldrich standing there.
Tom, what are you doing here?
He steps a foot towards you, and he steps just like your grandfather would with that. He carries sort of a weight with him whenever he moves, and one of authority. And he takes another step closer. He goes, "What happened? There's no man left behind. Rowan."
There's no use in not leaving anyone behind if there's no one to leave behind. There's no use if everyone goes down with the ship. I did what I could to get as many people out of there alive as I could, Paul.
Okay. And as you say that, Aldrich says, "It'd be a shame if you made that mistake again." And from behind you, you feel hands kind of grasp around your waist, and you kind of look down and you see, instead of a small, tender white hand, it's blackened. There's this blackened glove covering around the fingers and there's claws at the end of it. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Alright. 10.
10. Okay. And you hear a female voice, not from your ear, but from your head, state, "Wouldn't it be a shame if that mistake were to happen again? Now walk." And you can't fight it. You begin walking. She goes, "Now, go about your day as usual. Tell no one about this. And get on that train tomorrow." And Aldrich looks at you and he smiles, and as he does, you see his robes fall and his hair slicks back and becomes a black with red tips. He has a sharp, very defined face, and it smiles at you, and two horns sprout from its forehead as well, and he smiles, and from behind you the other figure reveals its true form. It steps forward with heels, long black heels that rise up to like the middle of her thigh, and she has two large black red wings that stick out, and a tail has almost a harpoon end. And they walk towards each other, and they look at each other, and they kiss, and then they lean. The man leans the girl over, and they look towards you, and they both say at the same time, "We're going to have fun with this one." And that's where we'll take a break.
All right.
Hello all, viewers of the Everfrost. Just wanted to stop by and remind you all of a few upcoming projects to look forward to. We have a few one-shots lined up, that of which include Mount Evil, the Knights of the Square Table, as well as Stars, Stripes, and 6 Shooters. Stay tuned for those dates, they will be revealed in the near future. And also, don't forget, we will have Fallout Lone Star. It's a Fallout TTRPG system set in the far future in the heart of Texas. Other than that, hope you all enjoy the rest of this episode, and stay cool. And so, welcome back everybody. We're back from the break. A very unfortunate thing happened during the break. I'll let everybody who's watching just figure out what that is. And we're back. So, we return back. And the early morning commotion wakes all of you. People are scrounging throughout this encampment. You hear sheet metal racketing back and forth, people talking to each other, shouting at one another, and more importantly, you hear snow crunching all around you as you guys kind of wake up and all arise, and you look around and you see people just sprinting around, pushing each other over, booking it to the train yard. What would you like to do?
Can I look around and see what, like, maybe the problem?
I think it's just rush hour.
Yeah, go to your perception.
So I don't see anything with the 7.
7. You look around, and the best you can see is everybody's running towards the same area, which is the train yard.
They're all heading that way. The train yard.
So, what'd you like to do?
I'm gonna take the hat off my face, put it on, kind of fixate some stuff in my bag, just throw it on my shoulders, and ready to hit the road.
Let's go.
Yes,
All right.
Okay. So all of you leave. So, throughout the night, all of you woke up, and you see a small note next to you guys. At the bottom of it, Keller signed it. And he said, awoke early this morning, can't miss this next train. If I see you in WHITEWAKE, I'll have to buy you a round of drinks. So, Keller is off of Gorag's shoulders now, literally. And you guys begin making your way towards the train station. So, on the way there, people begin to riot together. So big clumps of people where the big kind of open area was, where the shop was laid out and the train yard and such. It is a swab of people packing in and rushing towards the train. You see that there's some people kind of like holding the mob back, and you see in the distance a large smokestack shoot through this kind of pass in the mountains as you see the small, from a distance image of a train coming in. So, what do you guys do?
I'm gonna check my person for all the important things I have. My gold one.
You usually get everything's on you, as it was yesterday.
You got your 100-something gold pieces.
Mighty rich fella.
So, however much you had, and it was minus 20
Yeah.
from the ones that left on the table.
It's actually 97.
My bad.
So, the crowd is packing in tightly to this train station. People are hurriedly making their way by, trying to fit onto this train.
Well, it looks like we gotta squeeze ourselves, so we better make way. Hurry up. You, little one. Me and you are gonna be in the back cars. If anyone else wants to join us, the little one's got to take the refugee. So, I decided to join them. If y'all don't have to, but if
I got a free reign throughout the card, so I might see you there.
okay,
Yeah, I think I'll take my priority seat.
that's all right. I don't mind. I didn't want to leave them alone.
So, common consensus is to get ready for the train.
Let's do it.
Gonna try and kind of. I'll Yuki, you just stay in front of me, and I'll kind of push it through everyone.
Okay.
Gorak steps out in front of you and begins to make a path through the crowd.
You know, that's pretty nice.
Small person move.
As he walks through the crowd and kind of clears a pathway that kind of like snakes back and forth as crowds like move side to side, but you're able to walk decently with him. So he has the chest carrying it still. He's walking towards the train yard. So what order did you guys walk in? So it's Gorak in the front.
I'll fall behind him.
Okay, Emmerich. And
I'm behind.
Rowan.
One.
you're behind him?
Yeah.
Okay, so Yuki, then Rowan, and Calderon.
Okay, yeah, I'll be at the back. Okay.
So you continue forward and you make your way over to the train yard. Gorak's able to clear away pretty definitively on the way there. He kind of walks and his chest is definitely what kind of makes the way a little bit bigger, as it's wider than him, about double his length sideways either way, so he's walking with it, kind of brushing people aside as he walks. You finally make it to where the snow meets this like stone on the ground, and there's a good maybe 5-10 feet of clearing of where there's a line of guards that kind of stand watch. All of them bear like just different insignia on them, none of them which seem to be syndicate based. You watch as they kind of push the crowd back and make sure that the clearing behind them is at least a couple feet in length. Slowly but surely, they might inch backwards just a few inches and then push the crowd back forward. But it seems like right now everybody's just waiting to get on the train.
Do you have anything for cover up? I don't know if they're still looking for us. Is why.
Yeah, you can continue. As we walk, I'm gonna begin to ritual cast detect magic. And just kind of scanning the area, see for anything magical, either on the train or on people's person, whatever I can find.
Okay. So.
Say a 30-foot radius from me.
Okay. So you begin to detect magic, and
Takes
within-
10 minutes.
Okay. So you start that.
Yeah.
So he kind of, what do you pull out the little insignia that you
Yeah.
have? Okay.
My charm.
He pulls out this wooden charm and begins to kind of bring his fingers and draw different patterns on it. As he does, he kind of a faint hue kind of emit from his fingertips as he begins to slowly swirl it around. He'll be doing that for the next couple minutes. So, anything else you guys like to do? Waiting for the train?
Well, let's look at this train. Do I recognize it?
It's too far away to see. Right now, it's more of like a speck in the distance.
Mm-hmm.
It finished rounding the pathway between the mountains, and now it has maybe, I'd say, 3 miles before it gets to you guys, roughly. So, just wait for the train to get here.
Are there any interesting characters kind of waiting for the train, or is it just a bunch of...
You know, perception?
Sure.
Okay.
really small. Ooh, not bad. 23.
23?
Yeah.
Pretty good. You begin to, as you kind of swirl your fingers back and forth over your charm, you look up and begin to scan around the area. You see every figure is of varying heights, different clothes on. Some hood up, some have their hood down, some with large brown beards that are kind of coated with this like icy kind of like coating around it. The only figure that stands out to you is one that is a bit taller than the rest of the crowd. He kind of makes himself known. He's the individual from the day before with the long white cloak, and he's up and he's kind of scanning back and forth throughout the crowd.
Alright, that's all I got.
I'll just keep observant to see
Keep
if
an
I
eye
can
out.
see if things suspicious.
What's your passive perception?
11 or 12. 11.
11? Okay. So the train gets within earshot distance now. You saw the smokestacks, now you hear the engines that produce them. So the locomotion begins to chug along, making its way over to the railway. And how the railway is stationed and how it is built is it's a rather large U-shaped structure, so the train can come in, come out, and then it merges back onto these accent railway. And so the crowd begins to get restless now that they can actually see and hear the train more so. The guards begin to get pushed back a little bit more, and one of the guards kind of reaches his hand. He's like, just 1 second, and the man pushes him aside and makes his way over to the actual like train track part, and he stands there and he begins he waits for the train like behind them, and he has, you can see he has one of the refugee slips in his hand, and he has it like kind of pocketed away, and he looks back over his shoulder as the guard stands up and runs over to him. They begin wrestling with each other. Eventually the guard wins. He throws him back into the crowd. So the train finally, you hear the brakes screech in the distance, and as you do, the crowd begins to surge forward as a whole, and from the train emerges a couple different figures. So it's a rather large train. It has 10 different cabins on it, and the front of it kind of approaches closer. You will also be able to identify this kind of train. So it's one that's just native to WHITEWAKE. It isn't one that any said faction would own. Not saying that they couldn't own it, but it's not distinct for them. It's a transport train that carries passengers and cargo to and from WHITEWAKE. That's its main purpose. Sometimes it's repurposed as other things, but that's usually what it's used as. And so the train yard shoots maybe, I want to say, 60 feet out into the snow. And the train finally makes its way over just before it turns, and it screeches, and the brakes hiss, and steam puffs out of the sides. And finally, the guards, each of them have these like tall kind of billy clubs made out of this like wood with a nice like handle around it with a wrist strap, and they have this a rounded shield. They slip to the side like this, make themselves as narrow as possible, and the crowd pushes past them and gets to the train, where on each different cart, on the front 8 carts, so the back 2 towards the very end, nobody reaches out, but 2 people step out onto each side of the actual entrance, and then one man stands in the middle. He has this like notebook in his hand, and then he has this rather large like folder, like bag of folders on his right hip. The first man steps forward and he hands him the refugee slip. The man looks at it, checks it, and then takes maybe 30 seconds or so for each of these people to get checked in and go through.
Looks like the refugee line's a bit longer.
I kind of expected that.
And then, from what you guys know, the priority people, or the high class people that have their like priority clearance, go to the front too.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Cabins.
We go to the front.
Yeah,
I'm
closer
gonna
to the
head to the engine to be like, standby mechanic.
Okay. You guys kind of squeeze past the crowd, and
I'll go with them. 'Cause I also.
you go with them. Okay. You make your way to the front, and there's a couple more guards around this area. One of them has once more one of those clubs in his hand. He looks towards you, and he puts out his hand. He goes, "Before you reach the front of the train, can I see some identification, please?"
I'll pull mine out with my certificate.
Yeah, I do the same. Same.
So you guys are all cleared, and you are ushered aside and pushed through. Make your way to the front of the train. Inside, it's very nice. Each of these seats are aligned with this. Like it's a little scratched, but it's nicer than most trains. It's like brown leather that encapsulates. There's 4 different rows of seats. The far side has some people on it. It's pretty sparse though, and so you guys will find yourself a seat. This is the one that connects to the actual front of the train, and so it's the one that's closest to the actual engine. And then the refugee people. You guys have to fight your way through this swarm of other refugees, and you make your way to the back of the train. You see that one of the lines kind of cut down a little bit short. It's the one, and so if the back 2 where the actual car go, the one next to it's the refugee one, the one after that's the one that's the most free. And so you guys make your way over to the last one, the second to last one.
How's my detect magic? Am I getting anything?
Maybe
Picking up
just
on any glances?
faint traces of some people have like combs on their hip, or some people like
Nothing's just
it might be like
jumping
their
out at
weapon
me.
and stuff. Yeah, but very faint hints of it.
Then after that, I'm
Nothing
going
super
to
significant.
cast Disguise Self over me and make myself about a foot shorter, standing about 5'2", and I'm gonna give myself a dark elven look with pretty long white hair that goes down to about my waist, kind of just flowing freely, and just some kind of black robes over the top of it to keep me warm, black coats and long black pants.
And so you disguise yourself, and as you
And then I'm gonna kind of whisper into Yuki's ear. I may look a little different, but it's still me down here. Don't worry about it.
he's about your height now.
Okay, mister. Can you please go in front of me, though? Once
Sure.
we get to the chicken.
Just don't lose me.
And so as you begin to get this disguise over yourself, and the faintest hints of your detect magic, trying to disperse and go away, a sharp trigger comes from the front of the train as the there's the conductor that steps out and does some last minute inspections, and then there's one man that steps out with him.
Like a sharp detect magic goes off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Harsh and sharp.
Okay.
Yeah. And so you feel your stomach kind of drop, and you look over and you see it's this figure, and he has long brown like robes everywhere with the brown robe over his head, and he has he's like bald, and he has this like beard that comes down to the sides and then ends around his chin but nothing around his lip. And you can see that he's inspecting and he's looking around, and you can see him, he pulls out this small orb in his hand, and he gets his finger and he begins to trace a line over it, and he closes his eyes, and he begins to, you can see with the last little bit before you enter, before you get to the front of the line, his eyes begin to move, and his like eyelids begin to dart around in different places. But before you're able to determine what he's doing, you're next.
Go up to the line, pull out the 2 refugee IDs, and kind of just hold Ruki's hand and kind of pull him up towards me.
Okay.
Yeah, just 2 of us.
Scaly hand reaches down to you, and it stands maybe a foot and a half above you. You look up, and it has this like white scale over him, and he has this rather long reptilian lizard-like face and head. He looks down at you, and he's heterochroma, so he has this large, like very bright blue eye on one, and the other one is this like midnight black. And he looks down and he grabs your sheet and he unwrinkles it, and then he waves you aside, and then you're the next one in line.
Can I just try to walk past him since he showed me that, or he showed me that ID as well?
So you look up at him and you step by and he looks down at you. You can see like one of his eyes kind of glow. This blue eye it's kind of weird. It swirls in his socket like a pool of water, as if something were to land inside of it. He looks down at you as you pass by and you squeeze through the refugee part. Now, unlike the front of the train, this is very different. There's no seats whatsoever. There is only 3 long poles that are jutted out from the top of the train cabin that people are hanging on to. You guys squeeze by. You're a little bit too short to actually hang on to it. And so you kind of squeeze by. There's a door on either side of the train, or this cabin that you guys are in, that go at the front and the back of the train. And then
Maybe I'll just try and make my way to the most open corner of the cart that there is.
It's pretty hard to find any open spaces in here. Everything's pretty packed. People are getting packed more and more into it. You hear a familiar voice come from the front, or come from where you guys came in from, and it's
Oh, scary big man.
and he brushes by, and Gorag walks through and towers over most of the people inside the cabin. You can see his chest is gone, so presumably put in the back of the train where the other storage is. So after 15 or so minutes of this happening, the gates shut. You can hear the conductor, you two would know, the final call whistle. So he tweets it, and then not 30 seconds later, all the guards are back aboard in their respective cabins, and the train begins to slowly pick up speed once more. It begins to round this left corner as it breaks ice on the train tracks that are frozen over. It begins to slowly but surely pick up speed as it turns this long and wide train, and it chugs forward, goes along, goes forward, before it eventually picks up speed and enters back through the mountain passway. It continues for roughly 30 minutes during this time. Anything you guys want to do? This is probably halfway to WHITEWAKE.
Just get up and kind of just inspect the train, especially like the engine.
Okay. The way you get to the engine is you'd go through the door, through a next door, and then past it.
Yep.
There's 2 people kind of standing guard and watch at the door. So,
Just gonna kind of pull out the traveling mechanic. Just kind of eyes in syndicate orders. I fall under the standby mechanic is good to make sure that I wanted to see what changes might be applied here that I wouldn't do, but something I could learn as well.
the guards kind of shoot a glance at each other and look down at you, and then they grab your identification. One of them pulls out a notepad and writes it down, and then hands it back to you. And one of them looks down at you, and goes, "It's cold." And he swings the door open, and as he does, a sharp gust of wind, like this, you just step out, on your face as you're traveling at such a fast speed, and the icy wind kind of hits against you, and the hair that's on your face and the hair that's left on your body begins to freeze over. And you make your way to the next one.
As I pass, it's a good thing I can only feel it in half my body.
You make your way to the second door, and so you look through and you kind of give it a knock, and as you do, the guards pull it open and you step through. They ask for identification as well.
Yep. Just once again, pull out the certificate.
So they give it back to you, and you turn around and you're at the front of the actual train. Go to roll investigation.
Yeah, +0, +1 to this. +2.
5.
So many fives.
Is it train related or is it people related?
No, it's train related.
Do I
Yeah.
get advantage on that?
I'll say yes for now because it's a pretty common train around the WHITEWAKE area, and you're just assigned to that area for now.
That's better.
21.
Okay. Nothing major has been changed up there. You see some of the preferences, like the seat was swapped, and like the arrangements of the various, like the brake and stuff are swapped different sides, presumably because the conductor is more dominant in one than the other.
Yeah.
Other than that, everything's pretty much the same. The figure, there's a figure in the front that has a brown robe over him, and he stands wearily, and he has his orb in his hand. He's kind of pondering over it. The man steps forward to you as you're kind of looking around, and he goes, "Are you the inspector?"
No, not inspector. I'm a traveling mechanic. I fall under the syndicate. It's kind of just standby legion at this moment. I'm under contract with a different friend, but within certain rules, I do fall under, and just came to inspect.
Whenever he hears the word syndicate, he kind of winces a little bit. You can tell his confidence kind of goes down, and his shoulders kind of sink a little bit. He goes, "Oh, I understand. Well, feel free." And he turns around and he kind of looks to the back up front.
I just kind of look around.
Yeah. Other than that, pretty much the same. Everything's fine in order. And we'll go ahead and cut to the back of the train. So, Gorag, Rowan, and Yuki are all very tightly packed into this train. Gorag is in the corner with his shoulders sunk together. As in front of him, there's a dwarven couple arguing with each other. You can tell that the dwarven man is just like fed up. He's ready to get to WHITEWAKE at this point, ready for the train ride to end. And so this happens, and you can see that the guards that inspect it and that inspect everybody's stuff are on standby. They're next to the doors, and then there's the actual inspector that did the papers and such. He's kind of crouched a little bit too, but he's reviewing his notebook. And as he does, the train continues for 10 more minutes. And during this time, Rowan begins to slowly sneak towards the back part of this cabin. Slowly but surely. You make your way over to the door. You're able to wedge yourself between somebody else and the door. And as you do, you stand up and you look around the train cabin. You see the various people that are inside. You see the girl
In
in the same cabin
Nice.
you're in.
Okay.
She looks towards you. She gives you a big smile. And she points your eyes towards the door. And you turn. You place your hand on the door. You swing it open. And as you do, wind gusts through the rest of this cabin. The wind picks up and it breathes this cold air. Yuki, you feel it from the opposite side of the cabin. You kind of look around. And you see that there's a bright light coming from the back. Some of the guards kind of look up and look around and see what's happening. The inspector says, "I think we got a leak." And the guard begins to turn around and walk back towards the door. The door is swung open and you look down and you look up and you look across the way to the next cabin. And you look through and you look down towards the link. People behind you are so tightly packed in that it's kind of hard for them to turn, but one man turns around and you kind of lock eyes with him at the same time. It's this elderly human gentleman. He has his gray beard and he has his small round glasses. He's a little bit tall, and he looks down at you. You look at him in a moment of fear from him and confusion. You see all the emotions swirl at once as you reach down, and with great speed, dexterity, and know-how, you unlatch the train cargo and the passenger train behind you within 2 seconds. You unflip the latch, uncannily strong. You pull the pin, and as you do, the back three cabins slowly drift away from the main body. And you turn around, and the old man looks at you once more. You look up towards him. He looks down at you, and you reach towards your weapon. And he looks away, and as he looks away from you, cast Disguise Self on yourself. You change into this small elven girl, and you squeeze your way back through. People are shouting. The commotion is immeasurable. The guard begins to run towards the back, but he can't fit through these tight gaps that the people are kind of squeezing in on him. And you run back through, and you slam your body against the wall into the corner. You begin to slowly inch your way back towards the front. The guard eventually makes his way back to the open door as the wind freezes through. And he turns back around in anguish and shock. And you can see him kind of muttering to himself. He mutters, but you can't hear him over the cold, icy air. But he mouths, "What have you done?" as he looks around the rest of the cabin, finding the culprit, trying to find the culprit. And that is where we will end tonight's session. Thank you, everybody, for watching this episode. Episode 3 will be recorded, and yeah, other than that, same old announcements as usual. We have the other campaigns coming up. We have Mount Evil. We have Stars, Stripes, and 6 Shooters. We have Fallout Lone Star coming up at the end of June, early July. And then we have Knights of the Square Table, aka the Defenders of Rectanglia. And so, not sure of who's going to DM some of those, but you will see in the future. So thank you everybody for watching, and we'll see you all next week. Bye!